Today our video will be on telemarketing. Now you'll be able to find your telemarketing under Marketing on your left hand side of the screen. Click on your Marketing module. And here we're just going to go ahead and cover your telemarketing screen and how we can use it. Now before we do that, we essentially have to create a telemarketing list or a marketing contact list. Now there's a couple of ways on how to do that. You can, number one, do single entries. So if you were to open up your marketing contacts, you would be able to type in here your single entries and enter all the information of your marketing contact. If you were getting this information from a phone book, you would just copy right on through, just like so. Enter their address, contact information, all that good stuff. Or I tend to recommend the easier way in doing a export and import. Now why we're going to do an export first is we need to know the headers of the list. Now if we go in here, this is our marketing contact list, we want to do a sample export. So we'll go ahead and close this out, go to File on your upper left hand corner, click Export, Export Data, and then find your marketing contacts. So we're going to click on this and export. Once again, export, and yes we do. Okay. Now that has automatically moved that information to our desktop, as you can see here. You can double click on this, and here we have all of our headers. Now this is a headers that you would go ahead and use as a sample. So essentially you would remove all this information because you already have this information in your system. You just need these headers for your new contacts or your new marketing contacts. So once again, you would fill out the company name, the country, customer name, the state, if there's any email addresses, any employees. So you want to go ahead and fill out these headers on this list. Now once the headers are already completely filled out, no problem, you'll just go ahead and close this out, click Save, close it out, go back into your ERP system, and now you need to import that list in. So once you've added your new contacts, you now want to import that list in. So once again, import data and look for that list that you're actually going to be doing and importing. So you would click New, type in your marketing contacts, and the type of import would be again our manufacturing. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this out. Once you've got a marketing contact list here, all you need to do next is create your contact selection range. Now you would use this function if you had plenty of different employees that were going to do different sections of your telemarketing. Okay, so if you wanted to divide your marketing contact list between your telemarketers, you would create a contact section range or selection range. So how to do that? Go ahead and click on Selection Range. Type the selection range or the name of the selection range you'd like to call it. So in this case, I'll go ahead and do manufacturers in the US, just like that. Now what we need to do is create a search criteria or a selection criteria. So we want to go ahead and click Add, and here in the bottom you would go ahead and choose the field. So in this case we want to make sure that we have the company type, just like that. Click on the comparison, so we want equal to, and we want to create the we want it to pull all of our manufacturers. And I know that I've named that manufacturing, just like that. Now if you're not sure of what this value is, it's very simple. You would just go ahead and let me save that. Go back to your marketing contact list, and here look under your company type. As you can see, I didn't name my company manufacturers, I actually named it manufacturing. So you want to make sure that this is equal to what you're actually selecting within your contact selection range, okay? So now that I actually want to add one more search field on there, so let me go back to my list, look for that list that I was working with, double click there, and once again it's now going to look for all of my manufacturers, but now I want to go ahead and add the USA part. So we'll go ahead and click add, and we want to do and or. In this case I'm going to go ahead and choose or. So I want to look for all my manufacturers or manufacturers in USA, or any companies in the USA. And then go ahead and choose country. Once again it will be equal to, and I know it's named United States. Just like so. And click save. Now actually let me go ahead and pop right back into there. If you wanted to create a script for this selection range, you would just go ahead and click on script and add the script or notes or reminders that you'd like to remind your telemarketers. So if you would like them to say, hello, this is, or you can have them remind, or you can have them talk about the manufacturer module. So if this was a reminder, you can just put talk about, just like so. So lots of things that you can put on here to actually communicate with your telemarketer so that they have a little script that they're working with. So once you're done with that, go ahead and click OK. And once again, we'll click save. And yes, we do want to save that. Okay. Now that we have a selection range already set up for us, now we're ready to go ahead and start our telemarketing. So how to do that is just click on this little happy face here, telemarketing. Now once you've given this list to one of your telemarketers, they're going to want to choose the list here under contact lists. So here we have manufacturer in USA or in the USA. So click that. And it will now bring the records that we have set up for those filters. So here they can now start their telemarketing. So they can search on the company, they can go ahead and call with this phone number, and they have their script here. If they'd like to pull up that script, they can go ahead and do so, just like so. Alright. And they can also add their notes. So if they wanted to add notes, left message, they can do that. Okay. And then what they would like to do also is set up a follow-up. So if they just tab down or arrow down, now you can set up future follow-up. So if they wanted to follow up within 3 days, they can do that as well. Now this follow-up will automatically show on their reminders list. So if we save this and we just take a look at this reminders list, we now have the follow-ups, okay, that they need to do within 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, okay, with that particular company. So wonderful way of making sure that your telemarketers remember to follow up with that company. Okay. So if we just go back to that telemarketing list, a couple things I want to just make sure I show you as well. Okay. When you're here, you can also choose next lead. Okay. So if you're done with this, and let's just go ahead and create a follow-up, you can choose next lead and it will automatically bring you to the next lead. It will save the changes with that one company and automatically bring you to the next lead. Let's just say this company here has transformed into a lead, or we are now ready for our salespeople to talk to them. Really simple, just click lead, and now it's now a lead and it has copied all of the information on over. So really simple way to create automatic leads from your telemarketing list. So again, all you would need to do is save. Alright. Now, when you use this telemarketing list, it actually creates different ratios for you. So if you are, you will have your marketing ratio report, okay, and then we also have your sales ratio report, just like so. Now your sales ratio report is wonderful. It will show you your employee names, how many leads they've done, how many things that they have overdue, follow-ups, anything that's been approved, not approved, and also their ratios. So really great way of keeping track of your sales, your marketing contacts, and how they have been converted into leads. So that is a really quick overview of your telemarketing section. Again, before you do your telemarketing, you would need to create your marketing contact, create a selection range for your telemarketers. Then they can do the telemarketing. Once they've done telemarketing, those customers or those marketing contacts can now become either leads, prospects, and all the way down to customers. So that covers our telemarketing training. Thank you very much for watching.